I think the interesting angle to this, given the title of the webinar Protecting Your Investment, can we talk a little bit about implementation? It's the bit that I'm sure folks on the webinar have opinions about. It can be extremely significant endeavor to implement an ERP, usually measured in years, sometimes planned to be in months, but it's usually in years. Augmentation is the flavor of the day, rather than ripping and replacing, and not just in ERP land. I think across the suite. How do folks consider going about augmenting or modernizing their ERP? They might have something that's great at 70% of the things they want to do, but there's a whole host of other things they want to do. What are you seeing out there as approaches?
Like it's all about solving for where there is value, right? That is first and foremost what should drive where you're kind of looking to go in and augment. And for instance, new experiences, it could be buy online, pick up in store. Like, believe it or not, for many retailers, that is actually still a pipe dream to start to connect those two types of online, offline channels. And starting to really unlock some of those experiences can be a great place to start to augment. Does that mean the entirety of order management and how you're managing your fulfillment and logistics for the entirety of the business needs to change? No, it may not need to change on day one. Look at those specific use cases where there is potential, where there is value, where there is customer expectation, and where your risk profile is being managed too. And then go in and find tech that is suitable for that purpose. And as you start to really integrate some of these components, you can also find ways to expand its scope over time, right? Let it actually take on more and more volume over time. Let it work with potential central distribution locations, or let it work in 3PL logistical scenarios. Like, you can expand some of those use cases over time. But I think at first it's about really being picky. What are you looking to solve? So it doesn't end up being this humongous, monumental exercise in also basically transforming the entire logistical engine of your retail company, because that is an endeavor in itself. So buy online, pick up in store, as ancient as that concept might feel these days, is actually still a great opportunity for many retailers to go in and pursue an augmentation of their ERP. Meaning, it basically means you're running potentially in a multi-mode OMS configuration, right, where there is no single source of truth of how you're actually managing orders as a more universal concept. It might depend on channel.